Stop scrolling. This is not a normal message. This is not random, and it is definitely not for everyone. There is a reason you clicked on this video. There is a reason you are hearing these words right now. Out of billions of people alive today, only a small number feel the quiet pull inside their chest. A feeling that life is more than routines, more than survival, more than following the crowd. If that feeling has been growing inside you, then you need to pay attention, because the truth behind it may change the way you see your entire life. For thousands of years, history has recorded moments when certain individuals were set apart from the rest. Not because they were perfect, not because they were powerful, but because they were prepared. Preparation did not look like success. It often looked like struggle, isolation, confusion, loss. Many spiritual traditions, ancient texts, and psychological studies all point to one surprising pattern. People who later step into influence or purpose often go through long periods of difficulty first. The hardship is not random. It shapes perception, resilience, and awareness in ways comfort never could. There is also something else most people do not realize. The human brain responds strongly to meaning. When someone believes their life carries purpose, their motivation increases, their endurance grows, and their ability to overcome obstacles improves. Scientists call this a meaning response. Faith communities call it calling. Philosophers call it destiny. Different words, but the same core idea. A person who believes they are chosen to do something significant begins to act differently, think differently, and even see opportunities others ignore. In this video, you are going to learn the signs that often appear in the lives of people who are set apart for a deeper mission. Some of these signs are uncomfortable. Some may explain experiences you never understood before. You will also learn why periods of pain, rejection, and delay are often connected to preparation rather than punishment. Many people spend years thinking something is wrong with them, when in reality they were being shaped for something uncommon. There are also lesser-known historical patterns that will be revealed. Across different cultures and time periods, individuals who later changed communities or inspired others often reported similar early experiences, feeling different from those around them, sensing a strong inner direction without clear proof, facing opposition from people closest to them. These patterns appear so consistently that psychologists and historians have studied them for decades. Yet most people never hear about this connection because society focuses more on outcomes than origins. Another important truth you will discover is timing. Not everyone steps into their purpose at the same moment in life. Some people rise early, others awaken later. There are seasons where nothing seems to move forward, followed by sudden acceleration. Many spiritual teachers describe this as preparation meeting opportunity. Neuroscience describes it as accumulated learning reaching a threshold. Either way, the effect feels the same. A shift, a realization, a sense that something inside is waking up. By the end of this video, you will understand why certain struggles may not be evidence of failure. They may be indicators of formation. You will see why feeling out of place can sometimes mean you were not designed to fit into ordinary patterns. You will also learn how doubt, fear, and distraction often increase when someone is close to personal transformation. This is not coincidence. It is resistance. And resistance usually appears when something meaningful is about to happen. There is also a message here that many people need to hear but rarely do. Being chosen does not always mean fame, recognition, or public success. Sometimes it means influence over a small circle. Sometimes it means guiding one person at the right moment. Sometimes it means becoming the example that others quietly learn from. Impact is not always loud. In fact, the most powerful influence often happens where few people are looking. The reason you should stay until the end is simple. Each part of this video builds on the last. The beginning will open questions. The middle will connect patterns. The ending will bring clarity. If you leave early, you may miss the piece that explains your own experience. And if this message truly connects with you, the final moments may feel personal in a way you did not expect. Right now, there are people across the world who feel a shift happening inside them. Old identities fading, new awareness forming, priorities changing, relationships evolving. This does not happen without reason. Growth often feels uncomfortable because the mind is restructuring itself. Beliefs are being questioned. Assumptions are breaking apart. A stronger sense of direction is forming underneath the uncertainty. So if you feel drawn to this message, stay with it. Listen closely. Not every word will apply to everyone, but the parts that resonate may reveal more than you think. Welcome to our channel, where we explore purpose, transformation, and the deeper patterns of human experience. If you are ready to discover whether you are stepping into something greater, make sure you subscribe and join us for this journey. There has always been a quiet feeling inside you, a sense that you are not exactly like the people around you. Even when you tried to blend in, something still felt different. You may have laughed with others, worked with others, lived among others, yet deep down there was a separation you could not explain. It was not arrogance, it was not pride. It was more like awareness, like watching life from a slightly different angle. At times people misunderstood you. They assumed things about your intentions. They questioned your choices. Some even doubted your motives when your heart was actually in the right place. This created confusion. You wondered why simple interactions seemed harder for you than for others, why conversations sometimes felt shallow, why you could sense emotions and tensions that nobody else seemed to notice. There were also moments of loneliness, not just physical loneliness, but emotional distance, being surrounded by people and still feeling alone, wanting deeper connection but rarely finding it. You may have asked yourself whether something was wrong with you, why relationships came and went, why certain bonds never lasted, why you often felt like you were searching for something without knowing what it was. Struggles also appeared early or unexpectedly, challenges that seemed heavier than what others carried, situations that forced you to grow faster, pain that pushed you to question life more deeply than most people ever do. Confusion became part of your journey, trying to understand your path while everything around you felt uncertain. Then there are the signs, patterns that, once you notice them, become impossible to ignore. One sign is unusual pain, not just normal hardship, but experiences that changed you at your core. Loss, betrayal, rejection, or setbacks that forced you to rebuild yourself. These moments were not random. They shaped your perception. They strengthened emotional endurance. They created depth inside you. Another sign is people leaving your life suddenly. Friends drifting away. Relationships ending without clear explanation. Connections breaking just when you thought they were stable. At first, it felt like abandonment. Later, it started to look more like redirection, as if certain people could not continue where you were going. There is also the sense of guidance, moments when you felt pushed toward a decision without logical proof, a feeling that you should take a step, change direction, or trust an instinct. Sometimes you followed it and things worked out in ways you could not predict. Other times you ignored it and felt the consequences immediately. That inner pull has been present for a long time. You may also notice patterns or coincidences, repeated numbers, similar messages appearing from different places, opportunities showing up right when you needed them, encounters with people who said exactly what you were thinking about. These moments create a strange awareness that life is not entirely random. And then there is the inner voice, not loud, not dramatic, but persistent, a quiet knowing that speaks when everything else becomes silent. It tells you when something is wrong. It nudges you when something is right. It warns you. It reassures you. Even when doubt tries to cover it, the voice remains underneath. There is a reason these experiences appear together. Not everyone is asked to carry purpose that affects others. Responsibility requires preparation. Preparation often comes through pressure. Pain builds resilience. Isolation builds clarity. Challenges build faith in something beyond immediate circumstances. Strength is rarely formed in comfort. Throughout history, individuals who later influenced others often spent years in obscurity or struggle first. The process looked unfair from the outside, but internally, it created capacity, emotional capacity, mental endurance, spiritual awareness. Without that preparation, the weight of purpose would crush rather than elevate. Timing also matters. Periods of history shift, societies change, confusion increases before transformation begins. Moments of uncertainty often come right before breakthroughs. Certain people begin to feel restless during these transitions, almost like an internal alarm clock activating, a sense that something is about to change, even if there is no visible evidence yet. This is why the present moment feels different. The world is moving through instability. Old systems are questioned, new ideas are forming. During times like these, individuals who carry awareness begin to wake up faster. Their perception sharpens, their priorities change. They feel pulled toward growth whether they want it or not. Your role may not be fully clear yet. That is normal. Purpose often unfolds in stages. You may simply feel drawn to help others, to guide, to support, to speak truth when others stay silent. You may notice that people open up to you easily, that your presence calms or influences situations without effort. Leadership does not always start with titles. It often starts with impact on individuals. There is also resistance. Doubt enters your mind. Fear tells you that you are not ready. Distractions appear to pull you away from growth. Negative voices question your direction. Sometimes you even sabotage your own progress without realizing it. Resistance increases when movement toward purpose begins. Pressure often confirms importance rather than denying it. Right now, something inside you is shifting. Awareness is increasing. Old beliefs are falling apart. The version of you that once accepted limitations is fading. A new identity is forming, even if it feels uncomfortable. Growth rarely feels stable at the beginning. It feels like uncertainty, like standing between two versions of yourself. If you are hearing these words and feeling recognition, this is not accidental. Messages reach people when they are ready to understand them. Attention is guided by resonance. Something in you recognized something here, and that recognition matters. If this message connected with something deep inside you, do not ignore that feeling. Moments like this are reminders. They help you see that you are not alone on this path. There are others who are waking up, growing, and stepping into their purpose at the same time as you. Strength increases when people stand together, even if they are miles apart. Write the words, "I am ready" in the comments if you feel that something inside you is changing. This small action is not just a comment. It is a declaration, a decision to move forward, a signal to yourself that you are open to growth and direction. Also, take a moment to like this video. When you do, you help this message reach someone else who may need it today. You never know who is searching for clarity or hope right now. One simple click can carry this message further than you think. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and join this community. Here, we continue exploring purpose, inner strength, and the journey of becoming who you were meant to be. There is more guidance ahead, and you do not want to miss it. Stay strong, stay aware, and remember, the process you are going through is shaping you, not breaking you.